सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे सर्वं सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे सर्वं
Yeah, good morning all. Yeah, we'll start. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Parthaya Pradibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitavartavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva manasandadami Bhagavad-gite bhavadveshinim Namostu te vyasa vishala buddhe pullarabindayada patranetra Yena tvaya bharata taila purnaha prajvalito jnanamaya pradipaha Prapanna parijataya totra vetraikapanaye Jnana mudraya krishnaya gita mrtaduhe namaha सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोपला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामपि कर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैः रणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकदा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. Good morning and namaskaram to all.
Namaskaram, sir.
Yeah. The audio is clear? Audio is okay?
Yes, it's all clear, sir.
Okay. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We have
Namaskaram,
come to the namaskaram. Yeah. We have come to the 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yogam, and we have done up to the verse 26, and we started 27th. So we'll continue from 27th today. So as we know, Vibhuti Yogam, Bhagavan gives divine manifestations of some of the Vibhutis, as Bhagavan explained earlier that it is impossible to give all. It is so difficult because it is Ananta. It is everything is me only. That is what he said by Ahamatma Gudakeshaha. Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashayasthidaha Aham Adischa Madhyamcha Bhutanam Antayevacha. So Bhagavan already clearly said that everything is me only. Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashayasthidaha. There is nothing other than me. Aham Adischa. I am the beginning and I am the middle and I am the end also. So when Bhagavan says that when Krishna always talks as me and mine, we should remember that Krishna is talking as Paramatma. So I am that Brahman. I am Brahman and I am alone. I alone exist. Nothing else exists. I am Aham Adischa, Madhyamcha and Antayevacha. But still Arjuna is asking, please explain the sum of your vibhutis. So Krishna has got no option but to explain a few of the vibhutis, and Bhagavan Krishna continues, Uchchai Sravasamashwanam Uchchai Sravasamashwanam Vidhimam Amritodbhavam Airavatam Gajendranam Naranam cha Naradhipam. Ashwanam, among horses, know me to be the nectar born Uchchaisravas, Amritodbhavam, okay, and know me as Uchchaisravas among Ashwanam. Then Airavatam Gajendranam, okay, among Gajendras, among the kings of elephants, I am Airavatam, and Naranam cha Naradipam, I am the king among the Naras, among the humans. Among humans, I am the king. So here Sri Krishna says, Mam Amritodbhavam Uchchaisravas. Know me as Uchchaisravas, which is Amritodbhavam. That is, the story of. Yeah, we all heard the story of churning the cosmic ocean, right? Milky Way ocean. Kshira Sagaram, Palari Madhanam, we have heard, right? Once what happened is, the Devas, they were drained of all their energies. There was no energy left in Devas. So their powers and everything is reduced. So what they did is, they went to Mahavishnu, and Mahavishnu said, Lord advised that, okay, you do one thing, you do Mathanam of Kshira Sagaram, you do the churning of the Kshira Sagaram, okay. So when you do the churning, then you will get nectar out of it. When you get nectar, that is Amritattvam. When you get that Amritattvam, you will be fully energized. That is what Lord advised. Then there was already no strength among Devas. So what they did is, they made friends with Asuras. They made friends with Asuras, and both this team, both the Devas and Asuras, they together they decided to churn the Milky Way ocean, the cosmic ocean. They decided to churn it, and so then you need the churner you required, a churner. You must have seen how the curd is churned at home. You have a churner and then you have a rope around that rod, and then with two hands you do like this, and then it is the curd is churned and then butter comes out. Similarly, they went and prayed Manthara Parvatam. So they took that mountain as the churner, and they also got Vasuki the serpent, as the rope to churn this ocean. And then from this churning, what came first? The first thing that came out was Halahala, Kalakuta Visham, Kalahala, poison. So that poison came out first, and that poison was so if that poison falls on the earth will be burnt into ashes. Okay, so immediately they prayed Parameshwara, and Parameshwara, the Shiva, he took that poison and then he gulped it down so that it doesn't fall on the earth. But then Parvati was there, his wife was there. Immediately she caught at the neck only, so that it doesn't go down below the neck, and the mouth was already shut. Okay, it says that maybe Mahavishnu shut his mouth, or he himself did not allow it to come out. Anyway, not a drop was allowed to fall on the earth. If a drop of that Halahala falls on the earth will turn to ashes. So that it remained there as a blue mark, and that is why we called Parameshwara as Neelakantha. This is how the Neelakantha, the name came for Parameshwara. And then after Halahala, then the many other things came, like Uchchaisravas. Some say Airavadam came out of that. And Mahalakshmi also came from this churning of this ocean only. And at last Amrtatvam came. What is Amrtatvam? That Amrit came, nectar, Amrit. That is, the Amrit is the deathlessness. So what is the significance of this Palari Mathanam, the churning of this cosmic ocean? See, we have to understand, it's a symbolic representation of the symbolic representation of our meditation. Okay, the churning that happens is in the mind. The mind is the cosmic ocean. So when we understand the Tattvam, and we know that the truth is only God alone exists here, all that which appears in our sense organs, our sense organs, is an appearance only. It has got absolutely no reality in it. Know that everything is God, Brahman alone. Then this individual, when the person sits for meditation, that meditation is the churning. And what is the Devas? Devas are the goodness, okay, the selflessness, the selflessness within us, and the divine qualities with the individual. There is the goodness, and they are the Devas, and Asuras are all the negativities, negative feelings. All these together, this individual sits for Nididhyasanam or meditation. When they sit for meditation, they understand, the individual understands own mind, and from that own mind, which comes out first, is all the negative things, all the anger, the jealousy, right? All that comes out first. Whatever things we don't like, they only come. The person, the people whom we dislike, they come out first and start disturbing the mind, which disturbs the total meditation, right? And that is the Halahala. The Halahala. This Halahala poison, if it is removed, if it is allowed to fall on the earth, it will burn ashes. Means if we allow this Halahala to come out, means if we express this anger, if we allow these expressions to torture us, if we allow this jealousy and all this things that come out of our own desire, like kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsaryam, this षड vikaras, all they are all hala only. If we allow them to act on us, it will disturb us, and that disturbance, if we allow it to express through our karmendriyas, our motor organs, it will do damage to the whole world, because it is coming out of selfishness, right? If it is coming out of the selfishness, if we allow all these, right, anything that comes out of that desire is hala only. So that is the first thing that comes in our mind. So that should be gulped down. That means you take it inside only. Inside means you bury it, you burn it in consciousness. That is the Shankara, Parameshwara, who swallowed the poison. The hala is like this. You merge it. How you merge it? Anything that comes, that is created from Brahman, has to be Brahman alone. Actually, there is no creation, but if at all there is a creation which appears, the appearance of the water, the mirage water in a desert, has to be desert only, right? So while we observe from outside, you see an ocean or you see water. When you see the water which is appearing on a desert, has to be the desert only, the sand only, which appears as this. Similarly, the world that is appearing in front of you, as many, has to be that alone, Brahman alone. So the mind also is Brahman only. The body is also Brahman only. All these appearances, the body, the sense organs, the emotions, the jealousy, all the goodness, badness, everything that is coming out of that mind, which is when the mind takes all these shapes, they are all Brahman only. It is an expression of Brahman. So knowing this, understanding this, removal of these emotions are by only understanding them as Brahman alone. That is what Shankara did by swallowing it, the poison. So here, after that, after the churning, then the good things come out, right? Like Airavata, Uchaisravas, and so many other things. So many things are there. If you read the Purana, you will get all that. And at last, the nectar, the Amritattvam. What is Amritattvam? The churning. When you do this Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam again and again and again, and when all these bad things are gone, then good things also you transcend. So transcending the good and bad, then we realize our true self, that Aham Brahmasmi, I am that Brahman. And God alone is there. And know that I am, which I am, the expression I am which arises in our mind is originally, it is Brahman alone. Once I realize this in myself, and I see the same thing everywhere. I see the same thing. One who is able to see only gold in thousands and thousands of ornaments, he is the self-realized person, right? When you see various kinds of, whether it is a bangle or whether it is a necklace or whether it is a nose stud, anything in all ornaments, one who doesn't see the names and forms, one who can visualize, one who can see only gold. Similarly, when all the names and forms that appear to you is expression of that all the Brahman alone, God alone. One who realizes this way, he is self-realized, and that is Amritattvam, and that is the thing which comes out at last. Self-realization by the churning of this ocean is how we have to understand it, is this way, by our own meditation, Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. The churning that is happening in our mind is the Palari Mathanam. It is the churning of that cosmic ocean. We have to understand it this way. So the Uchaisravas, coming back to our verse, Uchaisravasam Ashwanam Vidhi Mam Amrutodbhavam. Then Airavatam Gajendranam. Airavatam, I am that Airavatam. Among the kings of elephants, I am Airavatam, which is a white, white elephant. They say in Purana, they say that it has got this elephant has got 4 tusks, not 2, 4 tusks, and some Purana says 7 trunks, etc. Okay, even there is a museum in Bangkok. It is Iravan Museum. So there in the at the entrance you have got a huge Airavatam, white. So the Airavatam has got 3 trunks there. Okay, 3 trunks. So like that. So it is, this Airavatam is very, very popular and very famous in many places, not only in India, other places also. Airavatam Gajendranam Naranam cha Naradhipam. I am the king among human beings. So these are the various other vibhutis Bhagavan is explaining. Okay, so we'll move to the next one. 28th verse. Ayudhanam aham vajram dhenunam asmi kamadhuk prajanaschasmi kandarpaha sarpanam asmi vasukihi. Yeah, Ayudhanam, among in of the weapons, all the weapons, I am Vajra. This Vajrayuda, which never fails, which never fails. So there is a story where there was an asura called Vritrasura in Srimad Bhagavatam. So this Vritrasura can be killed only by the power of austerity. Okay, power of austerity. Only with that the Vritrasura can be killed. So what Indra did is that they found a Maharshi by name Dadhiji Maharshi. So they approached Dadhiji Maharshi, who is a Mahatmyani, and they approached him and then said that we need your power of austerity, your tapo balam we require, and we need to use it as a weapon to kill Asura, Vritrasura. So Dadhiji Maharshi willingly, happily, he said that this body is no more use to me. So Paropakarartham idam shariram came from there only, from this story. Paropakarartham idam shariram, this body is for the benefit of others. Paropakarartham. And he dropped his body and his bones were used to make a weapon, and that weapon is Vajrayudam. It is the Vajrayudam, or it is the thunderbolt, we call it the thunderbolt. So this Vajrayudam Indra used to kill Vritrasura. Okay, so that is why this Vajra, this Ayudam, among all weapons, Vajram aham, it is me only. So Bhagavan is explaining, as we discussed earlier, explaining a few vibhutis, means which are very auspicious and which powerful, and it is slowly taking us to see divinity in these things, and then to realize the same thing in everything around us. Okay, so this is the step-by-step process. Next, Dhenunam asmi kamadhuk. Yes, Dhenunam, kamadhuk, this Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu also came from the churning of that Milky Way ocean, right? That cosmic ocean which was churned earlier, which we explained. So Kamadhenu also came from there. Kamadhenu means that which gives everything that one needs. Kamadhenu gives everything, whatever he needs. Sage Vasishta, Maharshi Vasishta had this cow with him. That is why he never had any desires. He did not have any desires at all, right? Because he had Kamadhenu with him all the time. Okay, understand this way. So, Kamadhenu is, or the Kamadhenu or Kamadhuk is me, Aham. I am Kamadhenu among cows. Then, I am Kandarpaha. Kandarpaha means Kamadeva. Kandarpaha means Kamadeva. And what is the Kamadeva's weapons? He's got arrow. His arrows are flowers, are his arrows. And his bow is cane. Okay, cane is his bow. So I am Kamadeva in where Prajanaschasmi Kandarpaha. In progenitors, okay, that who's a creation, who creates, producing children, etc. I am among those who produce children, I am this Kandarpaha. It is clear meaning is sexual desire. So the sexual desire, I am the sexual desire in those who are producing children. So, see, if the relationship between a man and a woman is pure, okay, and this sexual desire is fulfilled with dharma, there is nothing selfishness in it. Without having any selfishness, if the sexual desire is fulfilled between a man and woman, with pure, with dharma, and that is me. Bhagavan says, I am Kandarpaha. Then, next is Sarpanamapi Vasukihi. Among Sarpas, I am the Vasuki. So, among this, there are two types of snakes, they say. One is Sarpa and another is Naga. There are two types, Sarpa and Naga. So, among Sarpas, among all the serpents, I am Vasuki. Vasuki is, another understanding is, I am that prana. You know, the power of prana shakti. Prana shakti is also called Vasuki. That is why, you know, Kundalini Shakti and all that, they say it is coiled in the form of snake, etc. is all the Prana Shakti. That is why that Prana Shakti is always connected with the serpent. So, Vasuki. So, I am Vasuki.
I just wanted to check. All the serpents, even Naga is not included into the serpent, is it? It's a different form.
No, generally among snakes there are two types, Nagas and Sarpas. That's all. That's all. Okay. Right. So Vasuki is very famous among serpents. Vasuki is a Prana Shakti, and I am Vasuki, Bhagavan says. And we know that Vasuki is the serpent which is used for churning the Milky Way ocean. Ayudhanam aham vajram dhenunam asmi kamadhuk prajanaschasmi kandarpaha sarpanam asmi vasukihi. Now, anandaschasmi naganam. You see, among Nagas I am Anandaha. So, that is Nagas, as we explained, Sarpas and serpents and Naga. Naga is another two types. Depending on their shapes or depending on the certain characteristics, they are classified as Sarpa and Naga. Okay, I don't know. I am not very thorough in this, which is Sarpa, which is Naga. Okay, so but it depends on their shape and they depends on their shape and the characteristics. They are classified as Sarpa and Naga. So among Nagas, I am Anandaha. Anandaschasmi Naganam. Varuno Yadasamaham. Varuno Yadasamaham. Pitranam Aryama Chasmi. Yamas Samyamatamaham. One more time we'll read. Anandaschasmi naganam varuno yadasamaham pitrunam aryama chasmi yamas samyamatamaham. In Nagas, of Nagas, I am Anantaha. You know, Ananda is that serpent which is there in the Milky Way ocean, on which Bhagavan Mahavishnu is having his yoga nidra, right? He is sleeping with Mahalakshmi. So that is Anandaha. Anandaschasmi Naganam Varuno Yadasamaham. Among Yadasa. Yadasa means among the water bodies. Okay? Among the water bodies, water species, sorry. Among the water species, yeah. Among the water species, all the jivas of in the water, I am Varunaha. Then, among Pitras, I am Aryama. All the Pitras, I am Aryama. And of Samyamatam, that is the controllers of the universe. Samyamatam means who controls the universe. Among them, I am Yamaha. I am Yamaha means, Yamaha we can take two meanings. One is, Yama and Niyama. Okay, in Yoga Shastra you have got Yamas. Yama, there are certain things which you should do. And another meaning is God of death. God of death. Yeah, practice of self-control in yoga is Yama and Niyamas. Okay, the practice of self-control, it is Yama and Niyama. And another meaning is Lord of Death. Yama. I am Yama. See, there is Kathopanishad. In Kathopanishad, the Lord of Death, Yama, is the Guru and Nachiketas is the Shishya, where there is a conversation between Nachiketas and Yama. So, who else can teach Brahmajnanam? Who else? Yama is perfect teacher, right? The God of Death is the perfect teacher to teach Brahmajnanam or Atmajnanam. So that way also we can see that, and also we know that who controls this among all the controllers of this universe. If you take Vayu, if you take space, if you take other Devas, among them who controls this world, the death, the God of death, who runs here and there. Every moment he runs. In Taittiriya Upanishad, Bhishasmad Dvatah Pavate Bhishodeti Suryaha Bhishasmad Agnischendrascha Mrityurdhavati Panchama iti. So they are the controllers, right? Vataha. Bhishasmad Vatah Pavate. The wind that is controller, one controller. And wind is doing, the Vataha doing its job by out of fear of this Brahman. That is how it is explained. Then Bhishodeti Suryaha. The sun also is doing whatever the karma, its swadharma it is doing. And Bhishodeti Suryaha, Bhishasmad Agnischa Indrascha. Agni, the god of fire, the fire god, and Indrascha, Indra, all of them do their swadharma. And the fifth one, Mrityurdhavati Panchamaiti, the god of death is the fifth one. So among all these controllers, I am Yamaha. Bhagavan says, I am this god of death. Then Pitranam Aryama. Aryama is very noble ancestor. That is what is explained in one of the commentaries. So Varuna is the god of waters, Varuna Devata, and Varuna Devata, he is the who controls the direction of west, who is in charge of the direction west. That is the Varuna Devata. Varuna. So I am the Varuna among all that water bodies or water species, and Anandaha among the Nagas, I am Ananda, and Pitranam Aryama, and among the controllers of this universe, I am Yamaha. So then we will move to the 30th verse. So, see, we have to understand one thing. So, since Arjuna specifically asked for divine manifestations, Bhagavan is trying to give a few of them. Because as he himself said, Krishna said that it is not easy to explain the whole thing. Because everything is me only. There is nothing other than me. There is no creation. There is no sustenance. There is no destruction. Everything is me only. All that which appears and disappears is not at all. There is no reality in it. It is mithya. It's very clearly Bhagavan says, Ahamatma Gudagesha Sarva Bhutashaya Sthidaha. But still Arjuna is asking, please tell me a few vibhutis, a few your divine manifestations. So out of Karunyam, Bhagavan is coming down to that level of Arjuna and explaining a few vibhutis, right? A few vibhutis. We have to understand that way. All the vibhutis or everything is Bhagavan's vibhutis only, which we should never forget. Okay? Everything is divine manifestations. So that we should never forget. But still, since Arjuna asks again and again, that is why Bhagavan is giving all these explanations. We'll move to the next one. 30th verse. Prahladasmi daityanam kalah kalayatamaham mriganam cha mrigendroham vainateyascha pakshinam. Daityanam, among the asuras. I am Prahladaha. See, Prahlada was, if you want to know the detailed story, you please read Srimad Bhagavatam. It is beautifully given, the story. Prahlada was born to Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu. See, Prahlada meaning itself is the blissful one. Ahlada, Ahlada we know, it's a bliss, it's a very happy. So Prahlada is was born to Hiranyakashipu. Then there was an incident where Hiranyakashipu's wife, Kayadu, Kayadu was taken to Narada's ashram. During some war, there was a war between some, and then Hiranyakashipu has to leave. So Narada said that I will take care of Kayadu in my ashram. And we know that Narada is anywhere he can go. He can go to all the worlds uninvited, and everyone likes him. Everyone loves Narada. And Narada took Kayadu to his ashram, and there at that time Kayadu was pregnant. So Narada taught Brahmajnana, Atma Vidya to Kayadu, and not Kayadu, actually he taught Prahlada only. Okay, the child in the womb. And that is why Prahlada, when he was born, he was a jnani. Narada tried with many people. When many people he gave Atma Jnana, but somehow or other they had some karma vasana here and there. Even in the case of Dhruva was at the age of 5. At the age of 5, before 5, there was a Suruchi and Suniti. You know the story. The Uttanapada, the king had two wives, Suruchi and Suniti, and then this Dhruva was not, he was thrown out of the lap of his father and all that, and he cried, and then he went to his mother and then cried, and then she said that you pray Narayana, God alone is there, that is the only solution. And then he goes to the forest, and on the way Narada catches him. Narada gives him, teaches him about Bhagavan Mahavishnu, and then tells him you pray to God, etc. But still he did not get Atma Vidya, because he still had some karma vasana in him. That is why after Uttanapadas went to Grihastha, Vanaprastha, he took care of the kingdom for some 16,000 years or 36,000 years, etc. So there, even before at the age of 5 also, he had this karma vasana in him, somehow or other. So Narada decided that, okay, I will catch someone in the womb itself. That is how he got Prahlada. And among bhaktas, Prahlada is always number one. In all the bhaktas, if you take Prahlada is number one, because Prahlada is a born jnani. Okay, so there is nowhere you can see he did this tapas or sadhana, etc. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, if you read, Prahlada has not done any tapas. Like Dhruva also at the age of 5 he had to do some tapas, etc. Whereas he did not do any sadhana. Only thing is he remembered Narayana at all times. He remembered all times. That is the only thing he did. No other sadhana. He said Narayanaya Namaha. That's it. Okay. So he is Prahlada is I am Prahlada there. That is what Bhagavan said. Prahladastasmi daityanam. Among asuras I am Prahladaha. Kalah kalayatamaham. What is kalayatamaham? Here, kalam. What is time? See, this notion of time is a mind's production. The notion of time is a mind's production. What do we mean by 1 second or 1 minute or 1 hour or 24 hours, day, night? It is all relevant. It is all relevant to the earth, which is rotating, right? Which is rotating on its own axis, and also it is rotating around the sun. That is how we say 1 year, etc. And even then, if you look carefully, half we say what is day and night. Half of this earth we say it is night, and the other side of the earth itself it is day. Is it not? So this notion of this is only which is relevant to us who is sitting on earth. If you live here and go to sun, what time notion is there? Any idea? It has got any relevance? This day, night, year, etc. It has got absolutely no meaning at all. So it is our mind's production. Mind gives the notion of time. Is it not? So, this time, and if you know that this time makes us think this and that, right? Suppose you say that there is a creation, okay, born. Immediately when you say born, when are you born? Oh, I am born so and so. Immediately the time comes. Right? And time is a production of the mind only. But otherwise there is, and our time, then when we calculate to say, my life is 100 years. 100 years, what is 100 years? What do you mean by 100 years or 80 years he lived, etc.? It is all depends on our location on the earth only. Our location here, we consider that this is born and I am born, that is born. If you take the life of a dog, maybe 10 years, 12 years. If you ask the dog, what is the time frame? Nothing. Right? So, it is our mind's production it is. So, the time is purely our sankalpa only. So, and then comes all the things, which is born, which dies, which stays, etc. Correct? So, you analyze it. You analyze this little more carefully, you will come to know that there is no creation, it's only a mind's production. This is only a mind's production. What is there is just that the moment you think, that moment becomes a past. It's a production of time. And the moment that is going to come also will become a past. Right? So there is nothing like past or future, etc. Anyway, think about it. So here what Krishna says is that Kala Kalayatam. So the sequential form that we see, we always count, 1, 2, 3, etc. So in this, it's all this counting that happens. Somebody lived 100 years, 80 years, etc. This counting of this 1, 2, 3, etc. is all based on the time. Right? It's a mind's production. And Bhagavan says that time is me. Okay? That kalaha kalayatam aham. Okay, this is how we have to understand. Time, I am the kala. And again in the 11th chapter, 32nd verse, Bhagavan says, Kalosmi logakshayakrit pravriddha. I am the kalaha. I am the kalaha. Then next what he says, Mriganam cha mrigendroham. Mriganam, among all the animals, mrigendraha aham. I am the lion. And we know lion is the vahanam or the vehicle of Ma Durga. Right? Durga. And also there is a story that when once Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa went to a zoo. When he went to a zoo, the moment he saw the lion in the zoo, he went into a samadhi. Immediately he could see the divinity, and immediately he went into samadhi. Right? So this Mahan, this Jnanis, whenever they see such divine manifestations, immediately they go into samadhi. There are many incidents where Swami Tapovanam, when he was wandering in the Himalayas, when he sees certain beautiful, the mountains and the trees and other things, when he sees, he goes into samadhi. Right? So here, this divine manifestations, Bhagavan continues, Prahladaschasmi daityanam kalah kalayatamaham mriganam cha mrigendroham vainateyascha pakshinam. Among the birds, among the huge birds, I am Vainateyaha. I am Garuda. I am that Garuda among all the birds. Yeah. And we know Garuda is the Vahanam of Mahavishnu. Sri Mahavishnu's Vahanam is Garuda. And also the Garuda is called Suparna, the golden bird. Suparna. Suparna is another name for Garuda. I am just reading whatever I have noted down. There is a story in Ramayana where Lakshmana was bound by Nagastra. Right? Lakshmana was bound by Nagastra, and then Garuda appeared. And as soon as Garuda appeared, in the presence of Garuda, Naga left. This Nagastra left and the Lakshmana was freed. Then Lakshmana is asking, Sri Rama is asking, who are you? He is asking Garuda, who are you? I am seeing my own self in you. That is what Rama said to Garuda. I am seeing myself in you. Then Garuda replied, I am your own self, O Rama. You and I are no different. This is what Garuda answered. You and I are no different. But now, you in this human form of yours, you do not remember me. You don't remember me, but you and I are no different. This is what Garuda replied. This is a quote from Srimad Ramayana. Continuing, 31st verse. Pavanah pavatamasmi Ramasastra bhritamaham Jhashanam makaraschasmi Srotasamasmi Janhavi. Pavadam. Pavadam means among all the purifiers of this universe, Pavanaha Asmi, I am the wind. And Shastra Bhritam, those who wear weapons, etc. Ramaha Aham, I am that Sri Rama. Jashanam, among the fish, Makaraha Cha Asmi, I am the Makaramatsya, shark, I am the shark among the fish. Srotasam, Jannavi Asmi, I am Ganga among the rivers. Very clear. There is nothing much to explain, but we will just little bit elaborate. Air, Vayu. We know that every living being here lives because of air only, right? Air. So the air purifies everything. Air gives prana to all the living beings, is it not? So I am that Pavana, I am the purifier of everything. Then, and also we know that Vayu is the greatest karma yogi, right? Vayu does not see, I will only enter a good person's house. I will not enter into this person is very bad, I will give only 16% oxygen here, right? Nothing like that. So air is always available to all, good or bad. So Vayu Bhagavan, that is why we call Vayu as Vayu Bhagavan. That is why we call Vayu Bhagavan, because he is Bhagavan. He does not have any good and bad and seeing all that. No duality in his karma. So he does perfect karma yoga. So I am that Pavanaha. Among the purifiers, I am Vayu. Shastra Bhridam Aham Ramaha. Sri Rama. Among the people who have weapons, I am Ramaha. Even Sri Rama is called, Kodandapani. Kodandapani. Kodandam is his bow. And there is no warrior equivalent to Rama. There is nothing. Even he killed Ravana. It's not a small thing. He killed Ravana for Loka Samgraham. And Ravana also was so much impressed by Rama's ability to handle this bow and arrow. Then, Ramaha. Then if we are talking about the name Rama, in the Vishnu Sahasranamam, there is Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasra Nama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. Even if you don't chant the whole Sahasranama, if you chant Rama, just chant Rama, Sahasra Nama Tattulyam, Rama Nama Varanane. One Rama is more than sufficient to compensate your Sahasranama. So Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. Right? And also there is another story where there was an incident where he used the grass. He used the grass and then he invoked Brahmastra in a grass. Okay? I think it is some Kaka Asura or something like that. So he invoked Brahmasram in a grass, a piece of, so that much powerful he is. So that after that only there is a saying in Tamil, Vallavanukku pullum ayudam. Vallabhanukku pullum ayudam. I mean, even a grass is a weapon for one who has got this great valor, great like Rama, who can handle all these shastras. So that saying came from this story only. Okay, so what Bhagavan said, Rama Shastra Bhritamaham, then Jashanam Makaraschasmi. Among the fish, I am the shark. Matsyavadaram, we know the story of Matsyavadaram. And among all the Srotasam Asmi Janhavi. Among the rivers, I am the Ganga. We know the story of Ganga. Ganga was brought down by Bhagiratha, King Bhagiratha. His forefathers, Sagaras, due to a curse, so they need to be freed. So for that, the Ganga was to be brought down and to the earth. So Bhagirath went and did lot of tapas, and then Ganga came down, and then on its way Ganga became little, ahambhavam. What Ganga did is, on the path of this Ganga there was an ashram. The ashram was of Jannu Maharshi Jannu was there. So Ganga decided that, okay, I will flood the whole ashram along with the Rishi also. But Rishi knew this, and then he did one Achyudaya Namaha, one Achamanam, that's it, end of Ganga. Then Bhagirath went ahead, and then he was looking back. No, Ganga is flowing. Ganga is not coming behind him. So then Bhagirath knew that, okay, something has happened here. And then he saw that Jannu Maharshi, and then he prayed to him. He did again, he had to do tapas and all that. And then Jannu Maharshi released Ganga through his ears. That is why she is called Janhavi. The name Janhavi came to Ganga because of this story. Okay, so this is Janhavi. Jannoho apatyam stri iti Janhavi, something like that in Sanskrit. So Janhavi is the name of Ganga, and we know that Ganga is pure. Anyone takes a dip in Ganga will be purified of all the sins. Even if you collect Ganga Jal in the sealed containers at home, it will never get spoiled. They say it is so pure. People keep this Ganga Jal in containers at home, and then when somebody is in the final moments and all that, they give this Ganga Jal to them, they feed them, so that they attain moksha. So that much pure is Ganga. And again one more we will read. Pavanaha pavatamasmi Ramas Sastra Bhritamaham Jashanam Makaraschasmi Srotasamasmi Janhavi. So Sri Krishna Bhagavan continues the explaining the various vibhutis, divine manifestations of Bhagavan. We will continue from the 32nd verse in our next session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu.